Hi, it's Christina again, and I'm going to talk to you today about writing sex scenes. That's why I got this sexy lipstick on today. So let's first talk about what we mean by sex scenes as an author or storyteller. A sex scene is pretty much any kind of scene that is referring to, whether directly or indirectly, referring to sex. And depending upon the context, it could be different types of sexual acts, it could be sexualized behaviors, or the topics could just be could be sexual in nature. I brought up this topic today because I realized when I was, going through writers' forums, some of the groups on Facebook, I've seen this come up too, that a common question is how to write a sex scene. And I found it interesting because I usually find that coming up more so than other kinds of scenes that might be a little bit more difficult. Usually, it doesn't have to do so much with the the technical aspects of writing the sex scene, meaning what should happen between the parties involved, but really it's addressing a comfort level in terms of those particular sex scenes. In other words, authors are really trying to figure out how to become comfortable writing those particular scenes into their novels. I found this pretty interesting because, I've seen a lot of authors, whether they're aspiring or already published, who might be confronting a new particular territory. For example, they might be talking about a very violent scene, and usually I'll see them ask, other experts or other writers, how would this work if this person was entering the room? What would be the best way to kill that person in a way that works for my particular plot? That kind of thing. With sex scenes in particular, I usually find that the authors are really asking, um, how comfortable should you be writing sex scenes? Why are you writing the sex scenes? That kind of thing. So it really has to do with the emotional and mental component and the psychological component rather than just straight off, technical things that are realistic or accurate to the actual scene involved. I've self-published my own erotica. I've written erotica. When I was a sex worker, I would write essays, personal essays about my experiences, and I perform them and share them both on my blog, and I'd perform them in Manhattan with the sex worker literati. So I'm very comfortable talking about sex and writing about sex. That said, there are certain sex scenes, when we think about sex scenes, we automatically think of Harlequin novels. We think of, erotica, 50 Shades of Grey. But quite honestly, sex scenes don't have to be erotic. A sex scene can work on many different levels. It could just be about sharing experience that's poignant to that particular character. It might have something relevant to do with the overall plot. So there are different reasons why you would have a sex scene. And there are different types of sex scenes too.